So happy Friday morning. We're coming to you from the beautiful NASA Langley Research Center on the top of the headquarters building. One of my favorite places to practice yoga. And I wish you were here with me. It's an amazing morning here with the sun has already risen since we're sleeping. Normally at our 6:15 classes, we get to watch that sunrise, but it's already awake this morning. So anyway, I'm glad you're here to join this early morning yoga practice with me. So if you'll find that spot where you can just be still for a few moments. And just be aware of your breath. That wonderful God-given gift, your breath. Just be aware of it moving in and out of the body. Begin to notice how just paying attention to the breath calms the body, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. That connection to the breath connects us to within. And we have that gift to leave the outside on the outside, only for a few moments. We begin to enjoy sounds around us. The air touching our skin. The shapes, the patterns, the colors we see behind our eyes. Our heart gently beating in our chest. Take the next few moments just to enjoy peace and quiet. Take your next deep breath in. Maybe allow the face to climb skyward as you begin to feel the stretch in the anterior portion of the throat. Maybe allowing the head to move from side to side, beginning to awaken the muscles in the neck. Maybe they've been tight after your sleep. Then dropping the chin to neutral and allowing it to move over to the right as if gazing to the right side of the room. Breathe. Allow the chin to float to the left of this, as if gazing to the left of the room now. And then gently drop the chin down into the left collarbone, keeping the body long and tall, Noticing how the core is strong, the navel is drawing back to the spine. Allow the chin to drop down to the center of the chest, beginning to feel the back posterior portion of the neck now to awaken. And then let it gently glide over the right collarbone. Beginning to allow the chin to float from side to side, stretching through those neck muscles. Breathe. Remember, as you move through your postures, that nothing should cause you pain or strain. You want to try to keep a connection to the breath at all times. Maybe come in a nice circle here with the head and neck, one way several times, and then the other. Nice. Keeping your hips focused forward, bring the arms skyward. And twisting gently to the right now, coming into your Ardha Matsyendrasana, your half spinal twist, awakening the vertebra, giving the digestive system some movement. These twists are very important. Again, bring the arms skyward. Remember, we reach through fingers, we soften through shoulders here. We drop the knees down, always paying attention to tension, never allowing bad tension to persist. So if you notice tension that's bothering you, let go of that. If you feel a tension that's helping you to strengthen, hold on to that. Remember, it's this letting go and holding on in life that's important, that balance. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Our Ardha Matsyendrasana now on the left, drawing that left shoulder back, drawing the navel back, lifting through the heart. Breathe. Nice. Releasing back to center, extending the left arms to the left, the right to the right, pushing through the third finger, lifting through the crown of the head, feeling the stretch in muscles in the arms. Releasing any tension in the knees here as they want to creep up into the posture. Remind them to relax. Take the right arm, come over the head now. Reach. Feel that stretch in the right oblique as we wake up the side of the abdomen. And maybe even a little more as we bend through the left arm, really getting a stretch through the arm all the way down the side. Breathe. Maybe rotate here through the wrist. Always good to rotate through your joints, creating motion with that motion. Relax that right arm down, lifting up and over with the left arm, feeling the stretch now in the oblique on the left side of the abdomen. Again, maybe staying long and tall through the right arm, maybe bending here to intensify that stretch in the oblique on the right. Remember, this is your practice. This is not a competition. This is a time for you to enjoy your body and what it can do and realize what it can't and be okay with that. And release. Nice. Let's find our way to a tabletop position. So our hands are under our shoulders, our knees are under our hips. We gently rock back and forth a time or two. Again, just to awaken the hips, the obliques. We extend one leg out behind us and then the other, stretching through the leg. Nice. And then finding that tabletop position, noticing the weight in our hands, dialing the hands out as if we were externally rotating them, though we're not. But we feel the elbows slightly turn, the muscles in the arm engage. We notice the weight in the hands. Then we lift through the heart here in our cow pose. Cow pose. Reaching upward with the heart, relaxing through the head and neck, feeling the stretch. from the navel all the way up to the throat here. And then the opposite. We roll through the back. So now it's the core that contracts and the back that stretches in our cat. And we flow with an inhale in cow and an exhale into cat. Maybe even making this a little more dynamic by bending the arms, lifting up into our cow. Bend and roll up into your cat. Notice the abdomen stretch as you lift and contract as you bend. Same with the back. Notice the back contract as you lift and stretch as you roll. Nice. Find your child's pose, Balasana. Walk the fingers out, plant the palms on the mat. Assume your child's pose. You may even rest your forehead on the mat here. Always remember that this is your place where you honor your body. So if you ever feel like you need a time of rest, you've been pushed too far, or you just need to be still for a moment or for several, come here to child's pose. This is your place. Nice. From your child's pose, lift your sit bones up, curl your toes under, coming to your tabletop again, but we're pushing against the balls of the feet. We ensure that the arms are in a nice straight line, joint over top of joint. We really engage the abdomen here as we push against the balls of the feet and hover with the knees over the mat if we can. Noticing the quadriceps, noticing the core. Nice. Lift up to your first downward facing dog of the day. Remember your down dog. You're pushing the heels towards the mat. You're pushing the hands away as if you're trying to rip the top of the mat away. Your arms are strong and long. Your legs the same. Your core is tight. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Come back to that hover in your tabletop. Drive the knees as close as you can to the mat without touching if you can. And lift, down dog. Press the heels. Lengthen through the legs and arms. Again, coming down, hover. Just really waking up the core, waking up the quads, noticing the weight in our hands. And lift, down dog. One last time, we hover, knees hovering over the mat. And lift. From your downward facing dog, lift your left leg into your three-legged dog. Press your right heel towards the mat. Nice. If you can, lower to your one-legged plank. If you need to set that leg down, do so. And lift back up, three-legged dog. Couple more times. Flow forward to your plank, maybe one-legged, maybe you're setting that leg down, maybe you're resting it over the opposite. And three-legged dog. Breathe. One last time. Plank, half or full, one leg or full. And lift. Nice. Lower that leg down. Walk your dog, bending one knee and then the other, maybe rolling through the foot to waken up the muscles in the foot. And assume your child's pose. Breathe. Take a moment. Connect with your breath. Breathe. Maybe even rotate through your wrist, as we are using our hands and wrists a bit here. Coming back up. Curl through your toes, push through your feet, come up to your downward facing dog. Take your right leg now, skyward in your three-legged dog on the left. Good. Flow forward to a plank. One leg or full. Knee down or up. And lift. Three-legged dog. Again, flowing forward. Breathe. And lift. One last time. And lift. Lower the leg. Find your dog and walk your dog here. Bend one knee and then the other. Flow forward now to your plank. And lower the legs down, coming into your king cobra. Slowly lower to the mat, to your baby cobra. Ujjayi Asana. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. There's little to no weight in them as you draw the elbows in and you breathe. Flatten out through the head and neck. Breathe. Baby cobra. Draw the elbows in, curl through the toes, push to your plank, lift to your downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk your feet to your hands, your forward fold, Uttanasana. Remember in your forward fold, there's a slight bend in the knees. Just rock back and forth a time or two on the feet here. Really feel the weight of the body into the feet. Notice the connection of your feet to the mat, to the floor, to the earth. Gently drop your head down, relax your head and neck. And then a slow reversal on that brings you up. And hands marry at heart center. Find yourself in Tadasana, mountain pose. Your mountain pose. Your palms are focused forward, your knees are relaxed, your shoulders lifted up, back, and down. Maybe your eyes are closed. You take a moment and just be aware of your thoughts, your emotions. How do you feel? How does your body feel? Nice. We come to that flow. At the top of our mat, bring our arms skyward as we inhale up and exhaling down, forward fold. Inhale your hands to your shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale the hands back down. Inhaling the left foot back and the right downward facing dog. Exhale, flow forward to a plank after full. Inhale, lift to your king cobra. Exhale on your way up to your plank. Inhaling, lift, down dog. Exhale, walk the feet to the hands. Hold. Inhale your slow. Exhale your hands to heart center. Now that next few moments, again, that precious sit that you feel. Being able to be aware. Nothing asked of you but to breathe. Listen. Learn to appreciate. Come to the center of your mat. Open your feet wide. wider than your hips. Turn your toes out towards the corner of the mat, but notice that the movement and the angle of the feet can determine the comfort of the knee. So if you find that when you come into your squat, that your knees begin to bother you, you can turn the angle of your feet or lift up out of the squat. We never want to have pain, strain in any position, really anywhere. So anytime you're practicing your yoga practice or you're in any kind of exercise, if you're feeling pain or strain, the body is telling you not to do it. A challenge is much different. We feel the challenge, we feel we're being strengthened, we feel that we are being challenged, but not with pain or strain. So I'm pressing my sit bones down until I can feel my quadriceps being challenged. I shift the weight back so that I'm not leaning forward. I'm ensuring that my knee is on top of my foot for safety. Then I take my right hand and I press down, whether it touches the floor or not. Press and lift. Keep the sit bones as close to the floor as you can in that squat. Come further, press them down. Don't lean forward. So it's down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Two more. Press the sit bones down. Come on up. Try to stay in your squat here. When you come up, don't lift up out of your squat unless you need to. One last time. Down and up. Nice. Take your right foot behind your left. More narrow the gait, more of a challenge here. So if you're working on balance, find that this is truly hard to balance here. Make your gait a little wider. Bend through your back leg as much as you bend through the front. So we want a 90-degree angle in both. Hip over knee, knee over foot. I'm pressing against the ball of my foot. I'm driving that knee down with a hold. My arms come out to the side and I keep my waist down the same, but I reach out with the arms. Push to that front foot. Come back. Down. The knee and back. Press that knee down if you can as you come forward and back. Down and back. A couple more. Reach, tight core. Back. Last one. Down and back. Step back to your squat. Nice job. It's the left arm now that dips down to the floor and back. Again, holding that static hold, strengthening those muscles in the leg and your squat here. Nice. Reach down, tight core. Up. Down. Up. Two more. Down. Up. Down. Up. Last three. Down. Up. Down. And up. Noticing the muscles in the quad, how strong they're getting. And up. Nice job. Now it's your left leg behind your right. Again, you decide how narrow the gait or how wide. You need to keep a long back leg back here. That's fine. You're getting a great stretch in that leg. You're pressing through the heel. You choose to challenge, bend through the knee, drive the knee downward. More importantly, though, always have good form. So always have joint on top of joint. So my knee is on my foot, my hip is over my knee, and I'm pressing into that front foot. I drive that knee close to the floor as I can. I bring the arms out. And I begin movement. Reach. And back. Reach. And back. Not allowing that front knee to go any more forward than it already is. Pushing into that foot. Stay stable and strong. Reach. And forward. Two more. Reach. and forward. If you can, drive that knee down. Come forward and up. So the back knee reaches to the floor. Down and up. A couple more. Down and up. Last one. Down and up. Nice job. Holding here. Once again, always remember when you're in your squat or really any position, when you put weight into something, it's going to be much less challenging. So if you find yourself tired, but you still want to strengthen, you still want to be in this squatted position, then place your hands and put a little bit of weight into your legs. Challenge would be to hover. So I press the sit bones back and down. I extend and open up the arms. Tight core, flat back if I can. Really pressing those sit bones down. Breathe. Relaxing through head and neck, tight through the core, pushing into the foot and dialing the feet out. Really engaging these leg muscles. And swoop the arms up. And it's a full body stretch here, that 5-pointed star. And Tadasana, forward fold. Breathe. As we appreciate this wonderful sunny morning, we have a sun salutation. Bring the arms skyward. Dive down. Hold. Tight, bending the knee, long back. Bring your hands to your shins. Uttanasana. Half forward fold. Pressing the hands back down. It's the right knee that draws up into the chest. The right leg extends out from us. Just set that back leg down. Make sure that we have the knee on top of the foot and the front leg. Lift on up. Remember when you lift up, always try not to push your hands from the mat. We don't want to use momentum. We want to use muscle. So here, first and foremost, I want to find balance. I want to push my weight into that front foot and I want to dial that foot out. I'm going to bring the hands behind the head to cradle the head, never to pull or push on it in any way, but just to cradle the head with my hands. And then those crunches for your core, your right elbow to your left knee. Down, tight core, and lift. Down, and lift. Whether you touch the elbow to the knee or not matter. Down, and lift. Tight core, crunch, and lift. Bring the breath in. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Again, tight core. Great abdominal work here. Couple more. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Last one. Down and up. Nice job. Arms come skyward. Reach with fingers. Maybe bring your gaze skyward if you choose. Low crescent. And release the hands slowly to the mat. Marry your left foot to your right. Your downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Flow with your down dog to your plank. Maybe your knees are down, maybe they're not. Maybe you choose to challenge, shifting to the right here in your full side plank. Maybe you need that left knee down. You choose. Maybe you'd like to try your wild thing. Right leg comes back behind you, and you open up. And back to your plank, to your down dog. You may always come to your child's pose if needed. Flow forward to a plank after full. Lift your chin over. baby. Push back up to your plank. Back up to your down dog. It's the right leg now that climbs skyward. The right knee comes in. Lift and place. Find your forward, set your back leg down. Come on up. Notice that weight in the front foot. Ensure the knee is right on top of it. Working on balance, if you need to, turn your toes in to give you a little more stability. Bring your fingers behind your head, to the right head. Assume your punches. Left elbow, right knee. Down and up. Down and up. Nice tight core. Down and up. Bring the breath in. Exhale down. Inhale up. Nice tight crunch. Really great abdominal work. Down, up. Reach with that elbow. Down and up. Two more. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Couple more. Down and up. Last one. Down and up. Nice job. Bringing the arms skyward. Release the hands slowly to the mat. Lift up the back leg and step forward. Forward, hold. Uttanasana. Your slow reverse swan dive brings you up. Your hands marry and heart center. And once again, you take a moment to ground. This is a gift. To receive it. Take time during your day to be still, be quiet, to be aware. Another sun salutation. Bring the arms skyward. Swan dive down. Forward fold. Tight core, long back, slight bend in the knee. Lift up your left knee this time. It comes into the chest, extends behind you. Runner's lunge, knee on top of foot. Breathe. Spin that back foot so that the toes look at the long angle of the mat. Put weight into that front foot. Feel it all the way up into the upper portion of the leg. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, lift up the hands and push from the foot, coming up into your warrior two. Strong, determined, resilient warrior. Remember to press the back foot down if you can, that outer portion of the foot to engage the muscles of the outer portion of the leg. Weight remains in the front foot with that bend with the knee on top of it. Dial out that foot. Extend those arms. Keep them shoulder height, no higher. Reach with fingers. Feel how strong you are, how resilient you're becoming. And all the while, the peace you're developing. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. As you gently drop the arms down and lengthen through the leg, you find your triangle, Trikonasana. And in your triangle, you're always having the option to rest that arm on the leg, or you may reach to the floor here. One straight line, if you can, from one arm to the other, reaching with fingers. Tight core, relaxed head and neck. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Breathe. From your triangle, come back to your warrior two, bending through the knee. Now the opposite. Reverse your palm. Reverse your warrior. Remember, reaching one way, bending the other. So we notice that our focus is now behind us as we reach, but we don't leave our tension on that front knee. We want that good tension. Push into the foot, bend through the knee, breathe. And then we make this a flow. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, first warrior. Strong. Inhale, warrior two. Resilient. Exhale, triangle. Again, inhale, warrior two. Exhale, first warrior. Breathe. As we draw back to our warrior two, we marry the left arm to the right. Slowly, we feel that stretch in that hip flexor. Wonderful thing to stretch that out first thing in the morning before we begin to sit and contract it some. Try not to sit any longer than an hour. When you find yourself doing so, get up. Move from your warrior two to your warrior one to stretch that psoas and that hip flexor. Then through your back foot, slowly bring the hands to the mat. Marry your right foot to your left, your downward facing dog. Going forward to a plank, half or full. Either setting the knees down or staying up, coming forward and down as slow as you can into your chaturanga, lift into your king cobra. Drawing back to your plank. Maybe now coming to your side plank on the opposite side as we assumed before. Maybe you need that knee down. Maybe you're here in your full side plank. Maybe you want to come to your wild thing. And back to your plank. Lift back to your down dog. Breathe. It's your left leg now that climbs skyward. Your left knee comes in. Your left foot steps forward. Lift and place. Grab onto the ankle. Find your form. Spin through your back foot. So the front toes, or the left toes now, are facing the top of the mat. Your back right toes facing the long angle of the mat. Come on up into your warrior two. Virabhadrasana two. Again, focus here is on that front knee because our vision is focused forward and in that direction, but we don't want to lose the ability that we have to strengthen and lengthen through that back leg a little extra by pressing the whole foot, if we can, that side of the foot towards the mat. Again, if your knee bothers you, turn your foot. Whenever you feel pain or strain, modify. You know, and these tiny practices within our practice. So in life, whenever you're feeling pain or strain, there's a reason for that. Modify. From our warrior two, we lengthen through the leg and we slowly just drop down into our triangle, whether we rest our arm on the leg or if we marry our hand to the mat. Triangle pose. Little to no weight in my hand on the mat, which really is calling on my abdomen to work a little more. Remember, when we hover, we challenge the core. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Breathe. Then slowly coming on up into your warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. Reversing the palm, reversing your warrior. So it's that reaching up and over. Now our focus is to the back leg, but we don't want to lose that ability to strengthen the front with that bending and weight. So knee on top of foot, put the weight in the foot, dial the foot out if you can. Even dialing out the back foot here so that we notice the gluteus and the muscles in the leg engage even more. Really calling on those connective tissues and those lateral lines on the outside of the leg. Breathe. Then we can put it all together in our flow. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle. Once more, inhale up, warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. And inhaling, warrior two. Remember that wonderful transition that helps to stretch the hip flexor and the psoas. Just slowly marrying the right arm to the left without changing your legs, feeling that stretch here. And then lifting the arms into your warrior one. Picking up the back heel, turning through the foot, assuming your high lunge. And slowly marrying the mat. Pick up your right foot to marry your left. Uttanasana, forward fold is slow. Hands marry at heart center. What is on your mind this morning? What are your emotions? What's the mood you've already created? How does your body feel? Where is your breath? When you're ready, coming to the center of your mat and lifting up your left leg. You want to turn that knee out to the left. Beginning to open up through the hip, stretch through the inner thigh, and then settle the sole of the foot wherever you wish, whether it be on your ankle, on your shin, or you can pick it up and come up even higher, up into the groin, close to it, with your free pose, Vrikshasana. Very much a balanced posture, very meditative posture, great strengthening posture. Vrikshasana, free pose. You can work up to the point of closing the eyes if you choose. And shake it out. Whatever you do, though, even something just that simple right there, I mean, that, because you can make it very simple. Your toes can stay on the mat and just press the heel up into the ankle, the inner ankle. But it's balance. Whenever you're taking weight off, you're practicing balance and you're training that mind to have a new norm. Very important for all of us to do. Same thing with the opposite side now. I pick up the foot, I open up the hip. By swinging that knee out, Again, even if I stayed here even with the toes on the mat, if I need to, I'm working on balance. Getting a great opening of that hip, feeling the muscles in the gluteus and the upper portion of the leg engage. I have little to no weight in my foot, so I'm practicing balance already. Choose to come a little further, place that sole of the foot anywhere but the kneecap. So you can bring it to the ankle, to the shin, up higher, leg. Up higher, obviously more challenging, but you do have that benefit of being able to push into the leg and the leg push into the foot. So that resistance does help you, except when you're on uneven pavement like I am. So again, being very aware of your surroundings, of your balance, and how it is daily, because our balance changes. Sinus with allergies, just feeling tired. So that's why it's very important for us to be aware how our balance is daily so that we can be more careful, more alert, less injured. Free pose, Vrikshasana. Nice. Come to the top of your mat. Bring the arms skyward, swan dive down, forward fold. Uttanasana. You can set one knee on the mat and the other to come down, or you can open up your feet and come into your seated squat. Some people find this very comfortable, others find it very uncomfortable. So you need to be mindful of what's comfortable and uncomfortable for you and adjust accordingly. But have your elbows in your inner thighs or right at the inner knee. Wedge your hands down to help open up the hips here. A great hip opener. Notice the core become engaged. Notice the weight and speed here. Nice. Seated squat. Then release that resistance and come to the center of your mat. Slowly rest the sit bones down and release the upper body down to the mat. Find your heels coming as close as they can be up to the sit bones. Your knees are hip width apart. Your arms are alongside your body. Your palms are down. And you begin to push into the feet here and lift and squeeze the gluteus up so that the trunk of the body becomes a nice long line from the knees to the hips to the shoulders. You can actually roll one shoulder and the other under and get a nice opening of the chest here. Such a wonderful thing for people who suffer from asthma or any kind of lung condition. So if you have children or family members who have asthma, they love chest openers because it gives them more surface area to breathe. This is your bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. You can lift the heels up, push into the balls of the feet. Feel the engaging of the gluteus even more here. Remember, this is an inversion, so we always keep our gaze skyward whenever we perform inversions. We draw the navel down, we squeeze and lift the gluteus up. We push into the ball of the foot. Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. And then we slowly bring sit bones down. And we lift one leg and the other up. We find ourselves in up the wall pose, another inversion, a very mild inversion, but these inversions are very beneficial because they allow the blood flow to come backwards. And with gravity, we're aiding the heart. It doesn't have to work so hard for the blood flow to come up to the head. Really promoting wonderful sleep, clarity of thought. Such a great thing, these inversions. You just need to be very careful performing them, always keeping your gaze skyward, shoulders, your cervical spine stable. If you choose to come further in an inversion, again, keep your gaze skyward, so listen to me, not look, unless you choose to sit up and watch this time. But here from your up the wall, you're just going to lift the legs and bring the toes and the feet behind the head. Whether they touch the floor or not, it doesn't matter. You're curving through the spine. You're drawing the navel back to it. You come into your plow pose.
And then you can place your hands at the base of your back like a tripod. Lift the legs up into your Sarvangasana shoulder stand. This is called the queen of all postures because it has so many benefits. First and foremost, circulation. Scissor the legs here. You can bend through the knees. Open the legs, whatever you wish from the waist down, but you're keeping that cervical spine very stable. To come out just the way you come in, you're slowly bringing the feet behind the head, then slowly coming back down to your up the wall. Go ahead and bend through your knees. Give yourself a hug. Maybe bring your nose up towards your knee. Opening the arms to either side, dropping the knees to the left as you gaze to the right. Always remembering when you have a reclining twist that you're assuming that when you come out of it, you tighten through the core and use your abdominal muscles to come up. And then transfer the legs to the opposite side now as your gaze floats to the left. Again, to come up, tight through your core, use your abdominal muscles to lift. Give yourself one more hug, hopefully not your last hug today. Maybe lift the nose up to the knees. Breathe. Maybe gently pull the knees apart and bring the soles of the feet together in your reclining cobbler or butterfly pose. And from here, always great to come into our happy baby or dead bug. I can grab onto the shins, the ankles, or the big toes and find my happy baby pose. Such a great posture for your hips, your pelvic area, very freeing posture. Back gets a nice little massage from the mat as well. And we slowly bring the legs together. Bring them either into the chest and settle the feet down, or if you choose a little more core work, you can bring your hands behind the base of your back and slowly work the legs down to the mat. That is some strong core work with your core and your back, so be mindful of what's good for you. Then allow yourself to fall into the position that feels most comfortable for you. Shavasana. This is your place of rest. This is your time to relax, to reflect, to release, to regain your inner peace. Breathe. Begin to bring movement back into the body. Turn, lift, bend, whatever feels good. And as you do that, think about how fortunate we are to tell a hand to lift and turn and bend, and it does it. To tell a leg to bend and open up and stretch, and it does it. When you're ready, rotate onto one side or the other. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, push with the opposite arm and bring yourself up to that seated position where we all started just a little while ago. We bring our hands to heart center. And we remember that mantra, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, means may the entire universe be filled with peace, love, joy, and light. I hope that your weekend is filled with that. I hope that your life becomes that, full of peace, love, joy, and light. Thank you for being with me in this beautiful environment.
Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.